Dear participants, please join using YouTube link.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Hello, excuse me, ఇదంతా మీకు silence and everyone is speaking or not?
மேடம் வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம் மேடம்.
ராஜேஸ்வரி.
வணக்கம் மேடம்.
Madam, good morning.
Good morning, madam. How are you?
I'm fine, madam. How are you?
Fine, madam. Hello.
Yes, madam.
இல்ல நீங்க ஜாயின் ஆகுங்க, அவங்க கொடுப்பாங்க, இன்வைட் கொடுப்பாங்க.
Betul. Dua, ayo turun mama ke. Ah.
Dear participants, as the Zoom is full, kindly ask your friends to join in the YouTube. I repeat, dear friends, ask your friends to join in the YouTube. Good morning, ma'am. Sharmila, ma'am. Ma'am. Sharmila, ma'am. Good morning.
Madam, good morning, madam. Good morning. Am I audible, ma'am?
You're audible. Sir has joined, ma'am. He is not in the waiting room also.
He's in waiting room.
We are not able to see. It's not in the waiting room also. Name and Dr. Nagasubramanian, ma'am. இதெல்லாம் நான் join பண்றேன்.
Nagasubramanian.
Check பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
Adithan, the fan.
And also Rajeshwari, ma'am. Nadesan, sir. They went, I think. Actually, நான் கொடுத்துருந்தோம் co-host முடிவு பண்ணிட்டேன். இது வரவே இல்லை. Good morning, sir. Nagasubramanian, sir. Welcome, sir. Good morning.
வரலையேடா.
No, ma'am. Nadesan, sir, join பண்ணாங்க. Sharmila, ma'am.
Good morning, madam. I'm Dr. George Stephen.
Good morning,
Good morning.
sir. Nadesan, sir, join.
எங்க இருக்கு? Madam, waiting room.
Yes, ma'am. Rajeshwari, ma'am, join, ma'am. Now. Yes, welcome, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, please check about the Nadesan, sir, ma'am. Nadesan, sir.
Appu.
Good morning, ma'am.
Sir,
Rajeshwari,
good
ma'am.
morning, sir. Can we start, sir? VC madam call பண்ணவா? Sir? Sir, can we start, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, Nadesan sir join பண்ணலையுமே. இதில் பேசணும். Good morning, madam.
Good morning, ma'am.
Madam, VC madam, can we start, madam?
You can start.
Good morning, madam. Thanks a lot, madam. Sorry, madam. Rajeshwari, madam, we can start, madam.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. The earth has enough resources for our needs, but not for our greed. This often quoted phrase by Gandhiji reflects his deep concern for nature and the environment. With this as our guiding principle, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, in association with the Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College, organizes a one-week international online faculty development program titled Embracing Sustainability as Opportunity. This program aims to promote the conservation of nature, the appreciation of our natural environment, and the recognition of sustainability as an opportunity for the future. We warmly welcome all the participants joining us online for this important event. Firstly, our nation's traditional to warmly welcome our guests. In this way, I would like to invite Professor P.C. Nagasubramani sir, Organizing Secretary of this event, and Professor and Head, Department of Pedagogical Sciences, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, to deliver the formal welcome address. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected guests, faculty members, and participants, good morning to one and all gathered here. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to the inaugural session of the 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on Embracing Sustainability as Opportunity. This event is jointly organized by Department of Pedagogical Sciences, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, in association with Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge and extend our deepest gratitude and warm welcome to our chief patrons through A.C. Shanmugam, Founder Chancellor, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar, President, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, our patrons who have provided unwavering support for this program, Dr. P.N. Nadeshan, Member Syndicate Subcommittee, TNTU, Chennai, Dr. S. Keetha Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, our co-patrons whose dedication and leadership have been instrumental, Professor C. B. Palanivelu, Registrar, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, Professor P. Ganeshan, Controller of Examination, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, Chennai. The convener who have meticulously planned and organized this event, Dr. K. Keetha, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. Welcome you, ma'am. And one of the organizing secretary, Mrs. V. Vigneswari from Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, and joint secretaries, Dr. Mahalingam, Dr. Muthamil Selvan, Dr. George Stephen, Dr. Jagannathan, Dr. Rajeshwari, Dr. Sharmila, Dr. Sindamil Pavai, Dr. Tangam, welcome you all. Their dedication and hard work have ensured that we have a comprehensive and engaging program lined up for the week. I would like to extend my heartfelt welcome to the distinguished speakers and experts who have generously agreed to share their knowledge and insights during this program. Your contributions are invaluable in enriching our understanding and approach towards sustainability. In today's fast-changing world, sustainability has emerged as a crucial factor in shaping our future. Our development and progress are now intrinsically linked to how well we can incorporate sustainable practices into our lives, industries, and educational frameworks. This faculty development program aims to explore the vast opportunities that sustainability presents, transcending challenges and transforming them into avenues for growth and innovation. We are delighted to have participants from various places bringing together a diverse group of educators and researchers dedicated to learning and teaching about sustainability. Your presence here today signifies a collective commitment to not only understanding but also implementing sustainable practices in education and beyond. To all the participants, I encourage you to take full advantage of this opportunity, engage actively in the sessions, share your experiences, and learn from each other. Together, we can create a robust platform for knowledge exchange and develop strategies to incorporate sustainability into our educational practices. Once again, I welcome you all to this inaugural session. Let us embrace sustainability as an opportunity for a better, brighter, and more resilient future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your warm welcome, sir. Next, the inaugural address is essential for setting the tone, highlighting the event's significance, and inspiring participants. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Geeta Lakshmi Sekula, a distinguished leader in the field of medical education and administration. Madam currently serves as the 9th Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. Her journey is in medicine. It began with her undergraduate studies at Stanley Medical College from 1974 to 1980. Then pursued her MD in clinical microbiology at Madras Medical College between 1982 to 1985. And later earned a PhD from Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. With a remarkable teaching career spanning 37 years, Madam has imparted knowledge in medical, paramedical, and allied health sciences. Madam has received numerous prestigious awards, such as Dr. B.C. Roy National Award, Limroy Excellence Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Best Teacher Award, and Effective Management Award. Madam has authored many books and published numerous research articles in reputable journals. Professor Geeta Lakshmi Madam has also achieved significant milestones as Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. Now I invite you, Madam, to deliver the inaugural address. Please, Madam.
Thank you for inviting me. On behalf of the management, I really thank the Department of Education under the leadership of Geeta and her team who had made this possible. Thank our President ACS Arun Kumar for giving you this opportunity and making this possible today. And of course, this faculty development program, I would say, it's a very required, essential one during the coming years. As you know, like we have forgotten what we are being, we had learned, and that has to be transmitted. And again, that has to sustain, and a newer kind of generation with those sustainable development has to happen. That is what we want, because nothing should change in future. And the development should happen with what we had and what we are going to do with the practice which has been going on for years to years. So embracing this sustainable development as an opportunity for sustainable development goal, today I think so. This program is designed to educate and bring awareness to the dedicated faculty on the 17 SDG programs and their profound significance in shaping their oneself and also their future generation. Here, the program today would also have follow with many in deep insights into integrating these goals into the curricula of teaching, transcending traditional disciplinary boundaries, which I said, and we aim to provide you with innovative methods, research opportunities, and strategic framework for community engagement that promotes sustainability. So this unique opportunity to explore the SDG gives you a wider range, which each one of you can make their attempts to find out how can it be sustainable in the education curriculum or in the research and whatsoever. So it should be like the 17 SDG goals, particularly the promoting lifelong equitable quality education, gender equity, promoting well-being, adopting innovation in water management and the sanitation and the nature, elevating technological capability and enriching biodiversity, attaining food security and enhancing nutritional standards. So I think so this FDP program will make the students and teachers to think and work accordingly with these SDG program in whatever process they make to make the students and themselves progress in the future. I think so. The Department of Education has given the opportunity to learn this, and it's also a self-reflection, I would say. You have to self-reflect yourself, like in case of this SDG goals, what you are doing in each and every time. So whatever you teach, you put the SDG goals into it and then start teaching the students. Of course, I say, always make a cluster of schools or a cluster of people around you, far and wide, where the accessibility of education is not been there, and make them to utilize the opportunity, particularly in Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, which is a philanthropic institute. They make this unreachable to reachable one. Thank you, one and all.
Thanks a lot, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your valuable and wonderful inaugural address, madam. Next, the famous saying, lead by example, is fitting here, as leadership within an organization exemplifies the principles that guide our actions. We are honored to invite Professor P. Nadesan sir, a distinguished member of the Syndicate Subcommittee of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University and the correspondent of Arasu Educational Institutions, Karur, to deliver the presidential address. Please, sir.
Good morning to all.
Yes.
Audible, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me to speak a presidential address. On behalf of our syndicate subcommittee and syndicate members of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and faculties of TNTU and research scholars in TNTU, I great pleasure to honor esteemed speakers, dedicated faculty members, and valued participants. Once again, good morning to all. It is with great pleasure and pride that I speak before you through online mode today to deliver the presidential address at the inaugural session of our 1-week International Online Faculty Development Program on Emerging Sustainability as Opportunity. This significant event is a collaborative effort between Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College. Our Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University is one of the biggest university in India, affiliated to more than 640 colleges in it. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our chief patrons, the founder, chancellor, and the president of Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute. Your visionary leadership and unwavering support have been instrumental in making this program a reality. I also extended my sincere thanks to our patron, the Vice Chancellor of Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, for the guidance and encouragement. Our co-patrons, the Registrar of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, the Registrar of Dr. MGR Educational Research and Institute, and the Controller of Examination of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, your dedication and support are deeply appreciated. Our conveners, the professor and head of the Department of Pedagogical Science at Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Dr. Naga Subramanian, and the principal of the Faculty of Education at Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute, we worked tirelessly to ensure the smooth execution of this program. Thank you for your commitment and hard work. I also wish to acknowledge our organizing secretaries, the professor and head of the Department of Pedagogical Science at TNTU, and the assistant professor of the Faculty of Education at Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute, as well as our organizing joint secretaries, whose efforts have been crucial in organizing this event. The theme of our faculty development program, embracing sustainability as opportunity, in both timely and imperative, as we navigate the complexities of the 21st century. The concept of sustainability has become a cornerstone of global development. It is no longer a mere choice, but a necessity that demands our immediate attention and action. Sustainability offers us a unique lens through which the challenges of our time. It calls for a balanced integration of economic growth, social equity, and environmental protection. As educators and researchers, we have a pivotal role to play in the embedding these principles into our curricula, research, and institutional practices. This faculty development program aims to equip us with the knowledge, skills, and strategies to harness the opportunities that sustainability presents. Over the course of this week, we will engage with leading experts, participate in insightful discussions, and explore innovative approaches to integrating sustainability into our educational frameworks. Let us take this opportunity to deepen our understanding, challenge our assumptions, and collaborate on developing actionable solutions. Together, we can transform our institutions into beacons of sustainability, fostering a generation of students who are not only aware of the challenges, but also equipped to lead the way in creating a sustainable future. I extend my warmest welcome to all participants. Your enthusiasm and commitment to this cause are truly inspiring. I am confident that this week will be a fruitful and enriching experience for all of us. Thank you, and let us begin this journey of embracing sustainability as an opportunity for a brighter, more resilient future. I once again thank you for all those who are participated in this famous online FDP program. Give me an opportunity to this function as a president secretary. Once again, I thank you one and all. Thank you, thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you
madam.
very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your insightful words, sir. Thank you. Next, acknowledging achievements and celebrating success is a valued tradition. We are pleased to invite Professor B. Radhika Madam, Additional Registrar at the Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. Professor Radhika, a 1998 architecture graduate from Madras University with a master's in urban planning from Anna University, has over 26 years of teaching experience and has significantly influenced many architects in Tamil Nadu. She has authored numerous research papers, guided many PG students, and actively participated in academic and professional organizations. Now I invite the Professor Radhika Madam to deliver the felicitations address. Please, Madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for a warm introduction of myself. I'm happy to deliver this felicitation address for this week-long faculty development program on embracing sustainability as opportunity. I thank Tamil Nadu Teaching Education University for collaborating with our Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, in organizing this FDP. I thank Professor Nagasubramaniam, Professor and Head of TEU, and Dr. Geeta, Principal Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR University, in convening this FDP program to enlighten the teaching fraternity on the need for equitable quality education to the different sections of the society. I thank our Founder Chancellor, Professor A.C. Shanmugam, and our President, Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar sir, for always supporting us and guiding us through these quality education programs and in encouraging us in all these kind of extracurricular activities. I thank our VC Madam, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, for having accepted our request and having delivered the inaugural address. I thank you, ma'am. I wish all and above all, I thank the Faculty of Education Department for organizing this FDP in a very grand manner, an international online program where it gives an equal opportunity to all people, irrespective of their place and their qualification. They are able to participate in these kind of international online events. I wish all the participants a very happy and motivating learning experience from all the experts who have been lined up for this 5-day FDP program, who are willing to communicate and enrich the students, whoever is participating in this event, on their knowledge and expertise in sustainability and various sustainable development goals. So sustainability become the most integral part of our life, as being rightly pointed out by the speakers who've spoken earlier. I think every one of us should be aware of what are the sustainability goals and how to implement them in our day-to-day life. And as teachers who are going to train the future generation, it becomes our responsibility to guide them and make them more aware on these sustainable development goals, which is going to sustain the life system, the ecosystem, and the earth as well. So I thank everybody for giving me this opportunity. And I also wish all the participants a very enriching learning experience all these 5 days. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, madam. Thank you.
Thank you for your sharing your valuable insights, madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, the objectives of the faculty development program, participant engagement and strategies for achieving educational goals are crucial. I now invite Dr. V. Sharmila, Assistant Professor in the Department of Educational Technology.
Madam, may I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. Good morning, all present here. As we gather today to commence our 5-day international online faculty development program, it is essential to look into the theme that underpins our discussions and activities for the upcoming week, embracing sustainability as opportunity. Sustainability is often viewed through the lens of necessity, a response to the urgent challenges posed by climate change, resource depletion, and environmental degradation. However, this program seeks to shift our perspective from viewing sustainability merely as a necessity to recognizing it as a vast field of opportunities. The concept of sustainability transcends the traditional boundaries of environmental conservation. It is an all-encompassing approach that integrates economic growth, social equity, and environmental protection. Embracing sustainability involves rethinking our practices, processes, and policies in a way that promotes long-term resilience and prosperity. In the realm of education, sustainability opens new pathways for innovation in curriculum design, pedagogical approaches, and institutional practices. It encourages us to develop a holistic educational framework that prepares our students not only to adapt the changing world, but to lead the charge in creating a sustainable future. Throughout this faculty development program, we will explore various dimensions of sustainability like economic opportunities, environment stewardship, social responsibility, and innovative pedagogies. By embracing sustainability as an opportunity, we position ourselves at the forefront of a global movement aimed at fostering a balanced and equitable world. This approach not only addresses the pressing issues of today, but also lays the groundwork for future generations to thrive in a sustainable environment. As we embark on this journey, let us be open to new ideas, collaborating in our efforts, and committed to making a sustainability a cornerstone of our educational endeavors. Together, we can harness the potential of sustainability to drive positive change and create lasting impact. Thank you, and I look forward to a week of insightful discussions, innovative ideas, and meaningful exchanges. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you that all chief guests and gave the valuable insights of thoughts. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next, I hand over to PhD scholar Akhilandeshwari to lead the brainstorming session. Thank you all. Akhilandeshwari. Yes. Okay. Akhilandeshwari, your voice is not clear.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here, ma'am. Just a minute.
Okay.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes. Continue.
Yes. Yes, good morning, one and all presented here. Now I like to invite Dr. A. Tangam ma'am, Associate Professor, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute to deliver the welcome and introducing the resource person.
Rajeshwari madam. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Now vote of thanks, madam. Then only we'll start the next session now. The guest is not joined, no? 11:30 only he'll be joining.
Sir is not coming, ma'am.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll give 10 minutes break.
Okay.
11:30 he will join.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay. Akhilandeshwari?
Shall we
You can give vote of thanks, madam.
Ma'am, kindly unmute.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon. I'll just propose vote of thanks.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible, madam? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody present here. Today, we have just begun the 1 week online international faculty development program. We are just finishing the inaugural function. In this occasion, first and foremost, I thank the most respected A.C. Shanmugam, the founder chancellor, Dr. MGR to Chennai, the chief patron, Kumar, the chief patron, for extending their constant support and their magnanimous gesture to bring out this international online FDP program. Thank you. Thank you. Madam, am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Thank you. In this occasion, I want to extend my sincere big thanks to the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. MGR, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, esteemed presence, and for delivering a very befitting inaugural address with her flowery words. Thank you, madam. Next in turn, I thank wholeheartedly Dr. P. Nadesan sir, the member syndicate, subcommittee of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, for gracing this occasion and for delivering the presidential address in the most appropriate way. Sir, thank you very much for coming and gracing, sir, through online mode. Next, I thank with utmost sincerity the Registrar of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, Dr. N. Ramakrishnan, sir, and the Registrar of Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, Professor C.B. Palnivelu, for their nice presence and for their greatest support to bring out this mega FDP program. Next, I thank very profusely and sincerely the conveners of the FDP program, Professor P.C. Nagasubramanian sir, the Professor and Head of Department of Pedagogical Sciences of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, and Dr. K. Geeta, the Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, for their overwhelming support and for the efforts that they have rendered to bring out this faculty development program. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam, for your great supports. Next again, I thank Professor P.C. Nagasubramanian sir, the former Registrar of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, and the Professor and Head of the Department of Pedagogical Sciences of TNTU, for delivering a nice welcome address in the best fitting manner and in his own inimitable style. Sir, thank you very much for delivering address. Then I thank very sincerely Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, the Vice Chancellor of Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, for delivering the inaugural address with fund of information about embracing sustainability and the opportunity. Thank you, madam, for your good inaugural address. Thank you very much, madam. Next, I thank once again Dr. P. Nadesan, sir, member syndicate, for gracing the occasion, sir. Next in turn, I render my sincere thanks to Professor Dr. V. Radhika, the additional registrar of Dr. MGR ERI, for giving nice felicitation address with blessings of elegance. Thank you, sir. Next in the hierarchy, I thank Dr. V. Sharmila, madam, Assistant Professor of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, for highlighting the significance of embracing sustainability and to increase sustainability and also to protect eco-friendly environment in introducing the theme of faculty development program. Madam, thank you, madam, for your nice theme of introduction. It was really very short and pithy. Thank you. I thank the resource persons earnestly for gracing the occasion and for their expertise very soon that they are going to share with the participants. Thank you, sirs and madams. Next, I thank sincerely the organizing secretaries. I'm not able to name all them. So I thank the organizing secretaries and the organizing joint secretaries for their meticulous planning. Next, I thank very importantly all the participants because they are the source and joy of this program. So I thank all the participants of this online international FDP for their mega level response. Thank you, beloved participants. Next, I thank our Dr. A. Rajeshwari, madam, the Assistant Professor and Head of Department of Curriculum Planning and Evaluation, for comparing nicely. Thank you, madam. Thank you once again to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Principal ma'am, 10 minutes break.
Thank you, ma'am.
Session will be starting.
Our guest has joined. Start now.
Rajeshwari madam will continue, madam. He has joined.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Next,
We'll continue.
speakers session, ma'am.
Yeah. We'll continue now.
Okay.
Can I start, ma'am? Okay. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action make your dreams come true. Good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of Faculty of Education, Academic Staff College, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, and Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, I welcome you all for the first day session of 1 week international online faculty development program on embracing sustainability as opportunity. A smile is always the best form of introduction. I'm immensely pleased to take the opportunity to introduce our resource person of today's session, Dr. M.M. Bagali, Senior Professor of Management and Human Resources. He has completed PhD in Management, PhD in Social Work, and postdoctoral in HRM. He has 23 years of benchmark PG experiences. He has been acted as a professor since 2007. He is a university ranked and gold medal awardee, best teacher awardee, and he has got best PhD thesis award and best case study award. He has guided more than 16 PhD scholars, 700 MBA projects, 1,500 plus master projects. He has been acted as PhD examiner for various universities. He has completed all his education with distinctions. He has been the member of CII for full community under My CII, etc. has been acted as a head director and dean since 2008. He has been presented many research papers in international conferences like Osaka, Japan, Suwon, etc. He has been invited as a resource person for AICTE, UK, IERI, Technical Leadership Development Program, All India selections. It is my privilege to have such an eminent speaker of today's session. We wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. We eagerly welcome for your session, sir. The session is yours. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Bangali, sir, welcome you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for
Thanks a
all
lot,
these
sir.
opportunities.
My thanks and gratitude at once. Timely help you are given to change this timings. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Professor, that is what is called as sustainability.
Your example, sir.
Plans. You should always have sustainable plans. Say today someone is not there. You should also study for tomorrow and day after tomorrow also. That is what is called as sustainability. Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Please.
Thank you very much. And quickly, I just got a call from organizers trying to see that how do you prepone your presentation, because I was supposed to do my thoughts and interaction and the presentation tomorrow, and suddenly I got a call saying that can we have it today? So quickly I put my ideas there, because I've been doing this for almost 7-8 days, because such a nice gathering, such a nice theme requires time. So I had prepared, but I had my class today in the morning, so thought that quickly let me cut the class and come to the meeting, and it is a pleasure who organizing organizing team out there. What I'll do is two things. One is quickly I'll upload my presentation, and for the next 30-40 minutes let me tell what I understand by my theme of quality education, lifelong learning, how we can do it. Have you done it or not? If you have not done it, what are the various challenges that we have usually in educational field? But since we are from educational field, what are the various challenges that we have, and way forward, what can be done to see that we give quality education, we give sustainable education, we give sustainable development, and we give lifelong learning for all those community people who are there. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me load my presentation. Then from there we will take it forward. Okay, I presume that my slide is visible to all, and
Yes, sir. It's
once
visible,
again,
sir.
good morning. Absolutely.
Visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for all this. We need to check now and then, when your online presentation, because sometimes what happens, I think that, the presentation is on, probably sometimes, that side, whatever technical reasons, they would have not been seeing. So I'll be making a presentation there. They would have not been saying. So these check-ins are now and then, just to see that, everyone is there on the same page and everyone is there on the same, understanding. Okay. Education to promote lifelong learning opportunity. I work here in an institute called as East Point Group of Institutes. I teach for MBA students, I teach for management students, and I teach human resources. I am there in this field for almost 26 years. Okay, my sustainability in being in higher education is that I might have changed institute X and Y. I might have changed university X and Y. But mind me, in this 26 years, I have never changed my profession. I have never changed my occupation, and that is teaching. That is my sustainability and lifelong learning that I have done. Okay, I have never changed teaching profession. Maybe in this 26 years I would have gone to X company or X organization or X institute. That's fine, right? But I have never changed my profession of teaching. Okay, so that's my lifelong learning, and whatever I'll be sharing today, or whatever I'll be being with you all, it is my experience that I have put. So I am getting that experience. I'm glad that several people, several profession people are there here. Nice to see them. This is a slide that I got, from the organizers, embracing sustainability as an opportunity. I have this pleasure of, making my views and having a discussion with you all on education to promote lifelong, learning opportunity. I just put this slide, try to understand that education is the most, important and the most critical and weapon for which the whole entire world looks for. I thought that this slide was important because education comes from every corner. You need not always have a classroom, you need not always have a auditorium, or need not always have a four walls to provide education for the entire community. Education can be provided anywhere, irrespective of you have a good intention of providing education for the people out there. I have 5 agendas. Next 40 minutes. Let us look at education. Let us look at education for all. Let us look at what is this quality education. And people always speak on quality. So what is quality? Is quality subjective or is quality objective? I feel that my experience, like I said, a lifelong experience, teachers and teachers' responsibility is very important, very crucial, very critical, in providing the quality education for the people. And what is the way forward? Okay, what we can do next? All these sustainability development goals, of course, says that okay, 2020 we should have provided so many things, some parameters, some variables, 10, 15 variables, and before we go to 2030, we should provide these things out there. Let us not technically look at what should be provided in 2020 or 2025 or 2030. What matters for us is sustainability. Are we providing the quality education, and the teacher's role and responsibility out there. Now, when you look at SDG goals, everyone knows it, but still, to set the perspective in context. Okay, SDG goals, way back in 2015, probably September, October, they all were formulated, out there, and the objective or the philosophy, through which sustainability goal was devised. Sustainability goal was formulated, was to see that how do we really transform the world? How do we transform the society? How do we transform the community and make a well-planned effort to educate people across, not only through ABC education. It can also be how do we make a matured society? How do we make a matured community out there? Improve the lives. How do we really improve the lives of the people? It could be social life, economic life, emotional life, psychological life. It could be an entire the gamut of life that people are there in the society. How can we do this? Okay, not only education makes a person mature. It could be social maturity, it could be psychological maturity, it could be emotional maturity. How can we really do this? Okay, so improving the lives and prospects of everyone and everywhere. Okay, sustainability goals, plus and minus 200 countries are part of these goals now. Now, how do we really improve the lives of everyone, every member of the society, every member of the community out there? And they also looked at how do we achieve a better and more sustainable future? Okay, say I give a good education in child, okay, school, Do I stop there? No. I should also give a good education at their elementary level. Do I stop there? No. I also have to give a good education for them at UG level. Do I stop there? No. I also have to give a good education at PG level. Does it stop there? No. Okay. You have to give education, which the title is lifelong learning out there, lifelong learning. So how do we really give education which helps a person all through life, all through absolutely life, that what is called as sustainable future. How do we create a decent future? How do we create a decent society for the community people? Now that what is called as sustainable goals. Obviously everyone knows this. Okay, exclusive in ensuring inclusivity and equitable quality and promote lifelong learning opportunity for everyone who is a part of the community. When we say quality education and lifelong learning opportunities, that necessarily means that full and productive individuals, and to realize sustainable development. This entire goal of 4 which is called as quality education talks about inclusivity, talks about quality, talks about learning opportunity, talks about lifelong learning, talks about productive. How do you make an individual productive by giving a quality education and sustaining it for lifelong, which your education probably starts from 3.5 or 4 years. Child, after 4 years of birth, the child starts learning all that ABCD till lifelong, whatever the life that the God has given to us. How do we create this society so that people keep learning out there? But before we look at all these quality education, or sustainability, or how do we have an affordability, let us look at what is the challenge today that education sector or education society or education is facing. I'm bringing this experience from my 26 years of experience. Probably I might have not taught a child education, or I might not taught an elementary education, but I surely all through my life I've been teaching postgraduate students. The moment they finish all this ABCD elementary, and they come there at the last lap of their life, because after this they go for their jobs. Okay, so if you ask me, every line of education or every line age of education is important, but the most the last lap, when you say 10 into 100 meters relay, all relays or all 100 meters are important. So I'm into the last lap of relay, where that is a finishing end for getting the gold medal in the Olympics, as far as Olympics is concerned. Okay, running is concerned. So I am at the last lap of education. So I teach for PG students. I've been teaching it. So my experience is that when we talk about quality education, now what do we mean by quality? Is it the quality experience that I'm getting in the class? Is it the quality exposure that I'm getting in the class? Is it the quality content that I'm getting in the class? Is it the quality teaching that I do in my class? When we say quality, what is this quality? Okay, quality, you mean to say the teacher, quality you mean to say the student, quality you mean to say the infrastructure, quality you mean to say the interaction that happens in the class, or quality you mean to say that overall development, the personality development of the person or the student. So this is one big challenge that we face today. Okay, for example, say in MBA there are 6 subjects. Okay, and one faculty is excellent. Okay, you just can't match that faculty. Now, can I make with that one faculty a quality personality of a student? No, because when I say there are 6 subjects, all the 6 subjects, the quality of the teacher, the quality education of the teacher has to be at that standard so that, the quality output, of our students, come out. So that is one challenge today that we face. Yes, most, of the schools, that we see, of the educational institute that we see, I don't say they don't have an infrastructure, but they lack, infrastructure. Infrastructure could be the basic amenities in the class, or it could be an advanced, technology that are used in the class. Now, today, most of the schools, use, smart boards. But if you look at, the other side of the grass, how many schools really afford, to get, smart, boards for their, schools? So this is a bigger challenge, that we find. Why I'm saying this is, when you say sustainable development should come from everywhere. Sustainable development should target every, stakeholders out there. So when I say, infrastructure, it is not just one school or two school or 10 school or 100 institutes. It should be every school or every institute, should have an infrastructure. But this is a bigger challenge, that we find today in most of the, institutes. Accessibility and affordability. Yes. Okay. Do every person has this access, for smart boards, for having a, better infrastructure? Okay, that's a big, question out there. Just excuse me for 1 minute. I'll just have water, then come back. Just 1 minute.
Sure, sir.
So when I say accessibility, do everyone has this accessibility? The answer is no. Affordability. Okay, do everyone can afford, to go to better schools? No, but we can always create a better school. We can always create a better learning, opportunity for the students. Okay, digitally affordable. Yeah, absolutely. Schools are with digital technology today in most of the schools. But can we really do this? This is a big, challenge that most of the rural schools, have. But minimum can be provided. Maximum, is a challenge out there. An entire challenge lies in sustainable development. Like I said here, if you have just one best faculty, you can't create one best student. You should have, on an average, everyone, who comes to the school or college or university, to be best. Then only you can have sustainable, development. Now, the pillars of sustainable development, obviously, are these. Okay, people, planet, prosperity, peace out there. Okay, all this together makes a sustainable development. Okay, people are good, but you don't have a good intention of, improving your planet. Okay, people and planet are good, but everyone should, prosper. And at the end of the day, your education should lead to a world peace. Your education should lead to a world development. Your education should lead to a world, growth. Your education should lead to an economic development, social development, psychological development. Now, that's what is called as holistic personality. So when we educate, people, when we educate child or when we educate an individual, there has to be an holistic, personality, development of the person. Spiritually, the person has to develop. Economically, the student has to develop. Socially, the student has to develop. And obviously, education-wise, the person has to learn. Now, that's what is called as, lifelong, learning. Now, I was just thinking, let me put this, slide and try to tell, how many, look at this, slide and have an introspection. How many feel that, okay, fine, in spite of me being in teaching, okay, and educating students, I'm an average faculty? How many feel that in spite of, teaching students, I'm a good faculty? I'm a great faculty, and probably I can't judge, whether I'm an average, good, or great. Why I'm saying this is, again, let me repeat this statement saying that, my 26 years of experience, if you want to make education better, if you want to make students better, if you want to train students better, you want to make them ready for lifelong opportunity, my gut feeling is 90% it depends on a teacher, it depends on a faculty. Even without infrastructure, if the faculty is great, he can bring out the best, from an, individual. If there is no smart board also, okay, if the teacher is good, if the teacher is great, he can train, a student to be a lifelong, a personality person. My feeling, I don't have, any debate on this. Now, teacher makes the best, education. Teacher makes the best personality of the students, and teacher makes the best lifelong, opportunity creating, for the students. You may not have a class, you may not have a library, you may not have a smart board, even you may not have a desk and a table to sit, but a great teacher can inspire, student irrespective of whether, other things, are there, yes or no. So my experience is, before we understand, all these, sustainable goal 4, of UN, let us understand how best I am as a teacher. If I am best as a teacher, I will create best, among the students. Now, my first agenda was, education, right? Now, what is the philosophy of this education? I'll just take 5 minutes in telling this. The philosophy of, education is to see that it makes an individual stand, in the society, make them stand and face, the society. An educated society, educated community is a well-matured, community. You educate a person, he or she stands and makes another 10 people, stand. Now, that is the power, of education. Education should also lead to decision making. Education teaches us how do we logically, look at any of the problem. How do we logically arrive at any of the problem? And education makes us to take a stand on any of the issues. All the 17 or 18, sustainable goals, if you have, people with, right education, probably 2030, or say 35 or 40, all the goals, whatever are set, all the targets, whatever are set, I'm sure that, 80-90%, would be reached, if we have an educated, community. Yes, education, improves quality of the life. The better the education, the better is the, return back to the society. The better are the jobs, the better are the outcomes, on the jobs, the better, the output, the better the performance, and the better, the productivity and the end results. So education, should and is, it improves the quality of the life. Not only life, it improves the quality of the life. Okay, and obviously, education leads us, to have, logic, thinking out there, logically, any of the decision making, logically, any of the problem solving, or logically, any of our quality of life is improved, through education. Education also helps us, to eradicate, poverty. The better the education, the better, are the jobs, and the better are the jobs we can give back, to the society, and the better what we give, contribute to the society, the poverty, whatever degree or whatever percentage, can be eradicated. Education also helps us, to be very ethical. Okay, today you see a lot of, companies, lot of organizations, lot of countries, struggle, to have an ethical approach or ethical practices, in their business or in their transaction or in their relationship or in their administration and management. I am getting this example from my management because I teach management. I've seen many companies, global companies have just gone out of the business only because, they probably, might have, taken a road, which was, unethical out there. So education makes you an ethical behavior. And mind me, there are great of the great companies in India, great of the great personalities, in India, who have been respected, who have given back to the society, and that is only because of education, and that is only because of their ethical behavior. So your education leads you to an ethical approach or ethical outcomes out there. Yes, responsible citizenship. Okay, you become responsible when you are educated. You know what is right, you know what is wrong, you know what has to be done, you know what should not be done. You know how do you contribute to the society, and you know what should not be contributed to the society. And you become a responsible citizen, and that responsibility comes you when you are learned, and you can be a learned person when you get good education from the institutes out there. And obviously, global citizenship. Today, you want to stand out in global community, you want to stand out, in global economy, then you can do that only through, education. If you read most of the papers, most of the reports, most of the reports say that the human resources, that is available, in India, that is the strength of, India. That is the strength of, our country. Okay. And that is only because of, we have educated population. Let us not go into, gross enrollment ratio. Let us not go into how many are out of the school. Let us look into positivity rather than, what is not there. If it is not there, let us work on that. And let us talk about what we have, what we can do and what we are, doing. And this power comes from, education. Okay. For example, our most respected, president, ex-president of India, Dr. Abdul Kalam said, dream, and is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep. Okay, now that is what is dream. So when we look at education, let us look at what education can do, and what it can do is it can create a global, citizen. It can make an individual from India or elsewhere stand, in the global economy, stand amongst the global economy, stand amongst, the global, community. That's the power of, education, that education, does. And obviously, education, improves your skills, and it prepares, you. It is a readiness, framework, for the society, readiness framework, for the, community. Today, mind me, you can come from any corner of the world. Okay, you are accepted, to do a job. You are accepted in the company, organization, educational institute. If you are an educated person, if you have the skill, if you have that, competency, if you have that, three things, KAS, knowledge, attitude, and skill. You have knowledge, you have that attitude, and you have that skill, then you are there in the business. And education, does that. Of course, ensuring, inclusivity is, addressing diversity. Okay, how do we really address diversity today? Education is for all. When I go in a class, I'm educating everyone. Okay, and I have to educate everyone, irrespective of, what type of, inclusivity, what type of diversity, that the class, is with. For example, today, we are there on this meeting, I'm making a presentation. Before presentation, I saw so many of, participants, who are part of this, presentation. And they are all from a diversified, institute, diversified background, diversified, culture, diversified, educated, background. We are still connected. Now that what is, diversity. Okay, so any education, should address the diversity, of the society or the community or the students, who are there, at the institute. Any education, should develop a holistic personality. Okay, it is not just, I know ABCD. It is not just, 2 + 2, 4. I should have a holistic, personality, psychological development, social development, economic development, logic, development, arithmetic, development, spiritual development, so that, I become a global, citizen, so that I become a responsible, citizen. Okay, it is not that, I got 95 out of 100, so I'm a good student. No, you should emotionally develop, maturity wise, you have to develop, then only, you are called as a holistic, personality. Bring all to the education, irrespective of, whether someone can afford or someone can pay the fees or can't pay the fees. Sustainable development goal 4 has to see that, every child, who is 3+ and above, in our country, or 4+ above in some other country, whatever it is, they have to start from ABCD and go till, lifelong. Now that's what is called as, lifelong, education out there. Now, ensuring, inclusiveness also depends on what is the pedagogical approach, that we follow. Today, you want to have a holistic personality of a person through education, then you have to adopt, several, ways, several, methodology, that you need to adopt, so that you have a pedagogical, approach out there, and a holistic, personality is developed. And obviously, am I visible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
I'm sorry, because 1-2 calls came, so I thought it. Skill enhancement is another one. See, any education, should have an outcome. Okay, learning outcomes. Anything, when you go in a class, next 60 minutes, you're there in a class. Last 5 minutes, you should always have a self-introspection, or you can ask a student, what is that you learned in this 55 minutes? It could be 1%, it could be even 0.5%, or it could be 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Your inclusivity is an outcome of, what you invest your time, in the class. Okay. So education should lead to skill. Okay. Education lead to a competency, development. Now that's what is called as, inclusivity. I just got this, a definition by UNESCO. Okay. Inclusive education is a process that helps to overcome barriers, limiting the presence, participation, and achievement of the learners. So any education, should address the challenges, that our students, would be facing. What are the barriers, that our students would be, facing tomorrow, right? So that is what I said. The role of a teacher is very, very, see, everyone is important in education. Okay, but the role of a teacher, makes a major percentage only because they educate, the child. Okay, so I provide as a faculty education, but at the end of the day, we should ask how many were educated. Okay, there is a difference between education and educated. Education is a process. Educated is an outcome. Did I prepare, the person, a child, or an individual to face, the life, challenges? That is educated. Education is the process, that I adopt to prepare, the citizen for global, challenges, or for global, standing. Again, ensuring inclusive education depends on how do we address, social, emotional learning, address your mental health, create an opportunity, create values, and obviously ethical, behavior. My education, should create an opportunity, for the individual, to go into the society and face, the society out there. I create values, in students. I'm sorry to say that, today, the value systems, in most of the students have come down. Okay. I'm not here to debate, why they came down and what has to be done. I'm here to just tell that, can we target, or can we aim, or can we focus to create values, in the students, to create, that ethical, behavior in the students? Because once you create values, once you create that ethical approach, then mental health of a person, becomes, very strong. Today we see a lot of students, suffering, this mental health because of, illogical competition, amongst them. They feel that, if I crack 96, 97, 98%, then only I'm an individual. I'm a very intelligent, individual. So people respect me. No. Okay. We should always see that values, ethical, and mental, health, how, we can, address out there. Now, how do we do this equitable quality, education? I just took this, a slide from somewhere, the photo for somewhere. This was very fascinating for me because they're standing somewhere in a field, they're standing somewhere in a garden. The point what I'm trying to say here is equitable, quality education can come from everywhere. So how do we promote lifelong, learning opportunities? Okay, we start from child, like I said, 3.5 years or 4 years, and till adult learning. It could be primary education, basic education, adult education, or global education. How do we really create this? The first thing, as a teacher, we need to look at skill development strategies. Okay, the moment I go in a class, next 60 minutes, okay, or 90 minutes or 30 minutes, what is that I'm going to teach so that a skill of the learner is enhanced? Okay, now that you need to look at. Second thing is knowledge. What is that I'm going to teach now? What is that I'm going to train students? What knowledge that I'm going to share with the students in the next 30 minutes? Because that 30 minutes of knowledge would prepare them for or till their adult age, chronological age, adults, or till their whatever lifelong that they are. Okay, and a desire for mental and social freedom and participation in culture. See, any lifelong learning should address skill, knowledge, that freedom, social freedom, and cultural development. Okay, all this 4 parameters, whether it could be primary, basic, adults, or global education, that creates or that promotes a lifelong learning opportunity. Now, students are the most important stakeholders in this process. Okay, students' engagement in the class can influence discussion. I just took this from the management angle, case content or course material. My experience as a teacher is your quality of learning, quality of teaching, depends on your course material that you take in the class and have a discussion. Okay, your instructors teaching style. I mean style, not dictionary meaning style. I mean the pedagogy approach, the methodology that I use in making that student learn in the class. Now, that is important to recognize by the instructors, so that you generate a high level of energy throughout the class discussion. See what happens today. The infrastructure is good. There's a smart board. Probably there is an AC in the class. The tables are good. The chairs are good. Everything is good, Then what about students' engagement? If the student is not interested to come in the class and sit, now what is the use of talking about quality, or what is the use of talking about inclusiveness and all? Now, how can we do this? Students can have a high engagement if you bring in that quality course material that you teach for the student. Now, how do I bring this quality course material? Updated material out there. Your course material should be as fresh as say 24 hours. Okay, every class should be prepared 24 hours in advance only, and that has to be taught for the students in the class. Now, that what I mean in my experience of as a professor, the quality. Okay, so whenever I go in the class, hello. Is there something?
Please proceed, sir. I will
So
be
my quality of content in the class is just 24 hours. Okay. So that makes engagement, and students would have that moment of reflection. Okay. Our learning, our quality depends on reflection. What is that I learned? Sometimes faculty have 60 minutes of class, they overshoot another 10 minutes in teaching. Now, where is the point of reflection? So what I feel is, as teachers, you should also have time in the class for students to reflect what is that they learned today. Okay, so that you come again prepared, next time, tomorrow, for the class, so that the reflection becomes, or that you are addressing, what the student would have missed. Now, that is what is quality. The quality means if you teach, the students has reflected, he or she has missed something, you again come back and teach. Now there lies sustainability. Sustainability is that. Okay. This I just took it from SDG goal 4, the focus on children and schools in international development initiatives, and renewed focus on secondary and higher education in SDG 4. But the challenge is the lack of funding for the education at all levels. Okay, we want to address the child or the children. We want to address the school. We want to address the secondary level, or we want to address the higher education sector. But the most important challenge lies is funding. How many schools and colleges can afford to bring in all those technology infrastructure and give it to the students? Can we say that we can't do anything? The answer is no. Still, we can do the minimum of the minimum in all the school across India and all the school across world. Has to be provided. Then only you can create a holistic personality. Now that what is called as sustainable development. Okay, the funding can come with government support. The funding can come with private players. The funding can come with international agencies. The funding can come with donors. The funding can come with alumni of the school. The funding can come with from any of the other space that is available. Okay, the minimum of the minimum funding, the best of the best education you can provide out there, right? I'm sorry. The greatest danger in the times of turbulence is not the turbulence, it is to act with yesterday's logic. Now that is what I said. Your teaching should be as fresh as the preparation, as fresh as 24 hours before the class. Okay, now that what is called as this Peter Drucker, management guru, says that okay, the turbulence is there, the problems are there, the challenges are there. Okay, but if you come to solve this problem with your yesterday's logic or day before yesterday's framework or model, probably you can't address the challenges as problems today. So you should be as fresh as to address educational challenges out there. Okay, now how we must live today, if you want to have a better tomorrow. Okay, so I want to have a better tomorrow, bring quality, bring that sustainability, then you can address better tomorrow. Okay, what are the present needs? Look at them, how we can address them so that you can have a better tomorrow out there, right? Obviously, sustainable development in India starts from early childhood. Okay, then it comes to pre-primary, then learning outcomes, then gender equity and vocational skills out there. I'll just take 1 minute in telling this. Like I said, quality of teachers in school, quality of teachers in pre-primary, or quality of teachers in college, or quality of teachers in a university. Everywhere, the quality has to be sustainable so that you can have a better citizen for your country. If you have good teachers in school, no teachers in college, or good teachers in college, no teachers in university, or you have good teachers in university, no good teachers in college and in school or preschool, or then you can't have a sustainability out there, right? So you should have a better education training out there, for the teachers. The role of a teacher. Let me go to this slide. The role of a teacher, and then you can have a quality education out there. Okay. I see one hand raising up. Should I take that?
No need, sir.
I
You
don't-
proceed, sir.
Sorry.
Final session, we will have that question.
Okay, I'll just take another 5 minutes then. Okay, probably
Yeah,
the
sure, sir.
time-
Sure, sir. Take your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, time is running out these, so let me take another 5 minutes because I'm very passionate about telling what is the role of a teacher, you know, in the entire quality dimensions out there. 1 second. Just give me 1 minute. I'm stuck up somewhere. Okay. The quality of teacher, or the quality of a student, or the quality of an educational institute, lies in 3 E's. The better the education of the teacher, the better the teacher can come in the class and teach for the students, and the better are the students. The better the experience of the teacher, the better the experience sharing in the class, the students obviously will have a holistic approach of understanding the issues and understanding the problems. And obviously any quality dimension depends on your exposure. The better the exposure, the wider the exposure, the better are the students usually out there. I'm sorry because I understand that the time is lagging, so let me go to the last slides out there. Build an educational system that is relevance, that is very flexible. Remove all these barriers of equity, inclusiveness, and quality. Ensure adequate and equitable supply of motivated and supported qualified faculties, and empower teachers. And have infrastructure that's critical out there. Strengthen your data level of learning. Invest in your education with infrastructure, teacher, and exposure. And last thing is you can always partner with the best of the best institutes, because I mean education is a learning, and lifelong is a learning. I may have best, I can give it to you. You may have best, you can give it to me. If you give me, I give. I'm being benefited by your practice, and you're being benefited by my practice. Okay, so this is the last slide. The quality of teachers depends on their intelligence, subject matter, and teaching style, and experience. Okay, so my last words is, yes, you can have sustainability, you can have you can address all these issues of how do you have affordable education, how do you have infrastructure, how do you bring quality in the class, how do you increase the quality of life of the students, how do you have a learning outcomes out there, and how do you make students engage in today in technology, after pandemic of after COVID. Most of the students are being used to online, or most students are being used to tech gadgets. Now how do you make students engage in the class, because what you're teaching is already there on the internet. So why I should come to the class in such? There lies the quality of the teacher, there lies the experience of the teacher, there lies the exposure of the teacher. What teacher brings to the class, where students will not find them in the Google. When they search in the Google, they should not find that material. That what is called as quality of the teacher, and that makes lifelong learning for the students. Thank you very much, and I hope we had a nice time. I'm there with you for next 5 minutes. If there is anything, I should be glad to take the questions.
Thank you, sir. Very wonderful session. Thanks a lot.
Is there any question, or I should say thank you very much for all the participants and organizers today for being with me.
Maria, I ask any questions or anything is in the chat?
Yes, ma'am. Dear participants, if you have any queries, kindly unmute your mic and ask.
I see Nikita Thakur there.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. So I'm Dr. Nitika Thakur, and I'm working as assistant professor in the Faculty of Applied Sciences and Biotechnology, Shulin University, basically situated in Seoul in Himachal Pradesh. So, sir, it was a very nice presentation elaborating every point of sustainability, which is a much needed session. I have one query. I have one curiosity, basically, a curious question. Like, we always talk about sustainability, and I think people, they are much aware about the type of strategies and all. They are getting updated regarding that. But what is the loophole when we talk about implementation? You discussed the challenges and all, but when we talk about implementation strategies, are we not really thinking, or are we not really linking to that point? So that is my question, sir.
Now, Nikita, Doctor, implementation is a very hard, what can I say, a fact. Okay. I stay in a most advanced, city in India called as Bangalore. Okay. And today, Bangalore has got everything. Okay. You look at the road, you look at the airport, you look at the public transport, you look at the metro, you look at anything for that matter, Bangalore has got world class. Okay. After this session, if you could Google and say the rainfall yesterday in Bangalore, what it created for a city. Okay, what it created for a city. 80% people today came to the office late because they were unable to come on the road because all the roads were full with water. I created a road, I created a drainage, but I didn't had a strategy for sustaining how the water has to flow and go. Okay, so the implementation part of any sustainability program is very difficult. Okay, say for example, Nikita has got a habit of reading, say 30 minutes newspaper daily. Have you done this for the next 10 years? Okay, no, that is sustainability. Okay, otherwise, I mean, it is very hard for us to maintain. It is very easy for us to build. Very, very easy for us to build anything. To maintain, it is very difficult. That is sustainability. That is what I said you. Okay, one teacher. Okay, you are a biotechnology teacher. Wow, Nikita is excellent in biotechnology. At the same time, the chemistry teacher also has to be good. Physics teacher also has to be good. Mathematics teacher also has to be good. All this good brings a good citizen. Okay, so that is what I said. The role of a teacher, is very, very critical. Okay, see, I have done that, right? What I teach in the class, my teaching is just 1 hour preparation before I go to the class. Finish. So that is sustainability. Has Bagli sir done this for past 20 years? The answer is yes. Okay, I'm just telling that answer is yes. For example, I'll tell you and I'll close the your question. I have a mobile. Probably everyone has in India a mobile. Okay, I took this mobile Airtel number 1999. In 1999, almost 20 years or 22, 23 years, I have taken this number. Nikita, mind me, you can Google Dr. Bagli 1999 and see my phone number. And after even 25 years, see my phone number, both are same. I have never changed, my mobile number. I have never changed my email ID. That is sustainability. Okay, sustainability is not that I have number now, after 1 month, another number, another. I'm just giving an example. Okay, it has got nothing to do with, sir, I am a fancy of some number I'll take. Okay, fine. I'm not here to debate it. The point what I'm saying is, did I follow this for the next 20 years? That is sustainability. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Very
For example, before that, let me close. Since you are from Himachal Pradesh, I am an associate of Indian Institute of Advanced Studies in Simla. Okay, I come there. I come there for 1 month for 3 years. Okay, 1 month for 3 years. I did this for 2 years, 2 months. Third year, I could not do it. So this is, not sustainability. Otherwise, I got a scholarship there. I can always stay in summer hills there, and enjoy all those, whatever. But I could not do it. Only 2 years I did. 1 year, I could not do it. So this is sustainability, right?
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, anyone is willing to ask your query, please proceed.
I'm just leaving my WhatsApp number in case people wish to get connected. I'm always there. This number. You all can always take this, and we can always say hi and hello.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants,
very
if you
much,
have any query, I hope you have done it clear. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your humble response. Now I invite Dr. P. Sendamil Pavai ma'am to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Maria. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. The roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College, we would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to thank our day one resource person, the most respected, Dr. M.M. Bahali, Director, Management Studies, East Point Group of Institutions, Bangalore, who shared his valuable thoughts and insights on education to promote lifelong learning opportunity. He highly insisted that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use it to change the world. He also shared his valuable thoughts on SDG goals, particularly in education sectors like quality education, infrastructure, access and affordable, digitally affordable, etc. Finally, he pointed out that by achieving SDG 4 lays the foundation for accomplishing all other sustainable development goals, as education serves as the cornerstone of sustainable development. Totally, it is an eye-opening and remarkable session, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us today. Thank you, sir. We would like to extend.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
We would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to Honorable Chief Patrons, co-patrons, and conveners of both Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, and all the executives for granting us permission to organize this one-week international faculty development program on emerging sustainability as opportunities. And our note of gratitude is extended to all the executives, organizing secretaries, joint secretaries, dignitaries, faculty members, research scholars from various countries, for their continuous support and encouragement in all our endeavors to make this session as a successful one. With a great pleasure, thank you once again for joining us through this virtual portal. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your gratitudinal note.
And have a nice week and a nice, interaction with all the other experts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Sir, dear participants, the feedback link will be shared in the Zoom session as well as in the YouTube session. Dear participants, I repeat, the feedback link will be shared in Zoom session as well as in YouTube session. Dear participants, join with us around 10:15 a.m. Session starts at 10:30 a.m. Please join 10 minutes early.
Dear participants, feedback link is posted in chat box. Kindly fill it. Those who fill the feedback form can leave the meeting. Thank you. Dear participant, those who filled the feedback link, kindly leave the session. Thank you.